Your attention is connected to energy. By paying attention to beautiful moments in life, you fill your surroundings with positive energy. For example, noticing nature or a stranger's smile, you create an atmosphere of joy and contentment. This attention strengthens the inner world and makes life brighter. By focusing on negativity and difficulties, you direct your energy into a destructive path, which may exacerbate problems as the mind clings to the negative aspects of life, neglecting the positive. The energy spent on discussing failures can intensify these experiences. Therefore, it is important to be aware of where your attention is directed every minute. The choice is yours: to create a world of joy and harmony, or to immerse yourself in chaos and misfortune. The decisive factor becomes focus, which governs the flow of energy and shapes reality. Energy is an aspect that connects management and concentration of attention. It acts as a bridge between the inner world and external reality. The rule states, where your attention is directed, energy follows, acting as a thread connecting you to the object of interest. By paying attention to something, you are, in a way, transferring part of your energy, strengthening the connection. By focusing on joyful moments, you move closer to a state of joy, turning your thoughts to creativity. You feel a surge of inspiration and creativity, which serve as the engine of progress and development. Your attention reflects your inner state, serving as an indicator of intentions and desires. If you notice dissatisfaction, it might be exactly what you are subconsciously striving for. Focusing thoughts on positive emotions aligns your inner potential for improving life, fostering harmony. Managing attention becomes the key to creating the desired reality and a more fulfilling life. If you constantly focus on your problems and difficulties, you automatically direct more energy there, thinking about them, discussing, analyzing, and worrying. This causes the problems to grow and become more significant in your life, taking up more time and energy. You find yourself in a vicious cycle from which it is hard to escape. Because by paying more attention to the negative aspects, you increase their influence and importance. If you stop fixating on the negative and start paying attention to your desires and goals, it will help you attract them. You will be able to focus on positive changes and seek ways to achieve your aspirations. You will begin to notice opportunities that were previously hidden due to constant attention to problems. By redirecting your attention to the positive, you create more favorable conditions for achieving success and harmony in life, which will allow you to grow. In the modern world, many people face the problem of unclear desires. They often know what they do not want, but have no idea what they strive to achieve. This hinders them from evaluating events in life. If a person does not realize what they want to reach, even positive changes may go unnoticed or underestimated. A state of uncertainty and vague expectations leads to disappointment, as the desired outcome is unclear, and any achievement seems insufficient. By spending time on self-reflection and defining your goals and desires, your life will gain clarity and meaning. By focusing efforts on achieving specific goals, you will be able to objectively assess events and find satisfaction in progress. Understanding true aspirations will help you determine the steps and confidently move along the chosen path, bringing what you've started to completion and enjoying the process. You will begin to send more and more energy. It is important to understand how significant it is to have clear goals and dreams. The fact that many do not know what they want is not surprising. The educational system, whether it be schools or institutions, does not emphasize training in goal setting or achieving them. This gap leads to many simply going with the flow of life, shaped by their environment. They find themselves in a position where dreams and ambitions remain undefined, and many waste time following an imposed path. Without clear goals, you are subject to the influence of circumstances. Without a goal, you are carried along by the flow of others. This creates an illusory dependence on external factors, although the choice is always yours. This right allows you to independently determine the directions in life. Only conscious decisions and active efforts lead to control over the future. By directing energy toward achieving goals, you shape your reality and satisfy true desires. Without a clear and positive goal, life turns into an endless series of struggles with problems. Every morning brings new obstacles. Every decision is made with difficulty, and even the slightest failures can seem insurmountable. Without a goal, there is no path forward, only a feeling of stagnation and instability. You are constantly focused on solving difficulties, instead of moving towards something more significant, wasting energy on minor troubles instead of investing it in growth and self-development. If you have a significant and positive goal, problems that once seemed large will shrink to the level of minor difficulties. These obstacles will no longer be a source of stress, but will become stepping stones on the path to success. With a clear goal, every encounter with challenges turns into an opportunity to learn and accumulate valuable experience, bringing you closer to your dream. You begin to notice changes in your life, and your confidence grows with each obstacle overcome. A big goal provides the motivation and strength to overcome difficulties, making them a part of your journey to success. The wise men knew about this secret and devoted much time to meditation and energy practices. These practices allowed them to channel their inner energy, promoting rejuvenation, strengthening health, and achieving happiness. By managing their energetic power, the wise improved their lives by finding harmony with the world and their inner self. Through daily exercises, they attained peace and clarity of mind, which enabled them to make more conscious decisions and confident steps. Managing thoughts and energy helps prevent the leakage of life force and focus on important aspects. This opens up opportunities for positive changes and improvement of destiny. Effective management of energy and thoughts contributes to the fulfillment of desires and satisfaction in life. Apply wisdom to move towards happiness and well-being. The energy of our cocoon is governed by attention, which can be easily verified by focusing on any part of the body. For example, the tip of the nose. By directing focus there and maintaining it for a few minutes, you begin to notice changes in sensations. This demonstrates how attention affects bodily reactions and concentration, causing changes in specific areas. Concentration becomes a tool for managing the internal state, directing consciousness where it is needed. The practice of concentration entails not just contemplating a place in the body, but shifting the focus of our consciousness. We can not only think about a specific place, but also direct attention with awareness, focusing it and then moving it to the desired part of the body, such as the tip of the nose. This requires discipline and the ability to control attention. But with practice, it becomes a natural and intuitive process. Such a skill allows for managing the body's energy, enhances the capacity for meditation and inner harmony, and impacts the state of mind and the organism. Begin rotating the reverse circle. Immersion in this requires attentiveness. By disconnecting vision, hearing, and other senses, focus on the sensations from your consciousness at the tip of your nose. This method may seem strange, but such concentrations help achieve profound levels of perception. For someone unfamiliar with esoteric practices, this exercise can become a non-trivial task. It seems that there is nothing complicated in disconnecting ordinary senses and focusing on the simple. But in practice, our habitual images and interpretations prevent us from grasping the true essence of things. Just as we learn to control our limbs to perform physical actions, the time has now come to manage our consciousness. This process requires a lot of training, perseverance, and patience. Starting small, one can learn to discern the subtle nuances of their thoughts, control energy, and reach levels of focus and awareness that once seemed unattainable. This opens new horizons of understanding oneself and the world. emphasizing not the images of external senses, but the depths of our consciousness. In esotericism, our consciousness plays a dual role, as a mechanism for influencing the world, and as a device for capturing subtle changes. This ability is connected to the fact that consciousness operates in two modes, allowing us to influence reality and perceive it. Understanding this distinction opens new horizons of self, discovery, and knowledge of the world. Without clearly distinguishing these modes, one might become confused and misinterpret events. For instance, mistaking the imaginary for the real. To clearly understand when our consciousness is the cause of events and when it is an observer, one must learn to differentiate and recognize its two modes. This requires mindfulness and self-observation skills. When a person distinguishes these modes, they confidently move toward their goals while avoiding illusions. This approach helps to deeper understand reality and effectively manage thoughts and actions. The constant application of this knowledge contributes to the harmonious development of personality and the realization of potential. When we model something with our consciousness, for example, imagining the future, we use internal energy. This process is similar to working in a mode of a direct energy loop, where the energy is directed outward. Our mind focuses on creating and maintaining an idea, and we have no opportunity to perceive external information. Modeling requires focus and concentration, as all resources are directed towards the creative process. We are temporarily closed to the outside world, as attention is focused on internal work. After completing the modeling phase, an important stage of transformation begins. We move into the reverse energy cycle mode, which allows us to absorb the results of our efforts. This transition requires opening up to the external world and reality. By freeing the mind from the focused process, we can assess the impact of the created images or ideas. Transitioning into this mode encourages the reception of new information and enriches perception. Thus, alternating energy cycles allows us to balance between creation and perception, implement new ideas into life, and better understand the surrounding world. Since childhood, we know that if something hurts, we subconsciously want to touch that spot with our hand. Instinctively, we feel that by applying our hands, stroking, or massaging the sore spot, we can relieve discomfort. It is believed that the direction of the strokes, clockwise or counterclockwise, can affect this process. A person is surrounded by an energy cocoon, where energy flows in different directions. Hands perform a special function, acting both as sources that add energy and as absorbers that remove its excess. When we place our hand on an area that causes pain or discomfort, an energy interaction occurs. Touch can transmit energy, soothing and balancing the condition. If an excess of energy causes tension, our hands can divert the surplus. Such a gesture as touch allows us to intuitively influence the energy balance, aiding in recovery. This inclination for self-help helps to cope with ailments and maintain harmony. The inability to control the circulation of energy in one's energy cocoon can lead to an imbalance, manifested in fatigue, deterioration of well-being, or ailments. It is important to understand that energy can be both favorable and unfavorable, and its circulation must be manageable to maintain health and harmony. Interaction with energy requires attentiveness and skills that can be developed through practices and training. The rotation of energy in the body can be compared to the right hand rule. When a direct circle forms in the cocoon, the hands carry an excess of energy. Movement clockwise, such as stroking the abdomen, directs energy into a specific organ, promoting its healing. Rotation counterclockwise has the opposite effect. It takes energy away from the organ, which is beneficial for reducing excessive activity or inflammation. It is important to learn How to manage the circulation to direct energy most effectively for improving physical and emotional well-being. During inflammation, excess energy accumulates in the body, creating discomfort and affecting well-being. To improve the condition, one can attempt to redirect this energy. A healer creates conditions for healing by using the reverse circle technique, stroking counterclockwise. This distributes energy more evenly, reducing tension. Interestingly, mothers do this intuitively, caring for their children and trying to ease their pain. Their subconscious reacts to the child's needs, activating processes to support and improve the condition. These everyday examples are useful to everyone. We suggest learning to consciously manage your energy. By mastering such methods, you will strengthen health and well-being, helping yourself and those around you. The art of self-regulating energy will become a powerful tool for improving well-being, promoting harmony and inner balance. By applying knowledge of energy circulation, you will create conditions for a joyful and healthy life, experiencing pleasure and satisfaction.